Hello guys, today we have another episode about 63 giant wagon, which we will remake into 4x4 squared, an exact copy. We installed German final drives, 37 wheels, suspension like the original, we are doing great. Now we are underdoing a post-painting assembly. We are installing the rear bumper, footrest, it's all in anti-chrome, the front bumper, muffin tips in anti-chrome. There will be a lot of carbon here. Right now we are installing protection. Giant wagon turns before our eyes. The protection is a complete copy of the original. It's made of aluminium 5 mm thick. Why so fat? This is so that it would perfectly fulfill its function, and the look would be identical, because the corners will be sharp and this does not suit us. We painted it with black powder paint. Also, the client demanded touches, they were made of stainless steel, and we also painted them black. And now we'll install everything. Guys, the protection of the fuel tank in complete set. We also installed such pipes. They can be considered an additional bumper. In some countries the law forces you to have a bumper at the level of another car. Write in the comments how you like our bumper. We have made special covers that would not damage the part during work. I want to say that this protection or pipes is a little higher than the original. And to be honest, I like this solution, since the part can easily come off, for example, catching something on off-road. The part is powder coated in black matte. Do you think it's worthy?
Ну, как-то так, черный мат и порошковая краска. Ну, я думаю, более-менее достойно сделано. Что вы скажете?
And now I will tell you about our footrests. I already told you that we took them to the sandblasting and powder painted them. And for this we had to disassemble them. It's good that the car is not too old and the part was in good condition. We painted the AMG style nozzles in the same color, but the paint is not ordinary, but very resistant to temperatures. Since the part is part of the exhaust, there are very strong temperatures here, and guys had to paint it with heat resistance paint, so that the appearance would not spoil. And you may know that powder paint at temperatures above 200 degrees begins to simply melt, so the choice fell on the heat resistance paint. Now we have started the installation of electric footrests. It will be installed only under the front doors. It does not fall parallel to the ground, and I have a dilemma. If we install it without a gap, then angle will not be 90 degrees. But if it is with a hole, it will be. But I like it in this way. We just recorded a video for the owner and he will choose how to do it.
и мы поставим так, как он хочет. Но думаю, что он
I think that he will stop at this option, since the angle is very small and almost does not affect anything. Now I will show you how it looks.
Что вообще нога будет соскальзывать, чуть-чуть там, незначительно. Сейчас я вам открою и покажу, как это выглядит.
What do you say about this? Your opinion is very important to me. You may ask why it's impossible to install a long footboard on the entire body. And I will answer you that the mufflers from AMG bring the exhaust to the side, and there will be a conflict. I know that there are giant wagons in which the steps are stretched to the end, but for this you need to install the muffler in another place. It seems to me that giant wagon should simply have an exhaust right there. There is no other way. Do you agree? We installed the mirrors through the spaces, just like the original. We also made the turn signals there. That is, we made a hole and pulled out the wires. We also bought turn signals, installed spacers, and now we'll install everything. And now guys, I have a few words for the budgets that will be in the back. The original has large Mercedes sign there, and on the rear wing 4x4 in square. We picked up the same sign as the original. It was chrome, but we removed the chrome because we have a black evil car. It's made of plastic. We covered it with a special primer and then applied polyurethane paint. The color is the same as at the disc, muffler tips. It's installed in the same way as at the factory, 3 fasteners and 3 holes on the body. Finish it with the sign. But we will install it only when the car has completely passed the polishing stage. We also made 4x4 squared in chrome, but we will fix it. Also, the caps on the rims were in chrome, but we fixed that too. The car looks very nice. So, we got to the installation of carbon fiber arch extenders. In the last episode I told you that the owner is thinking about doing something like the original, half black, the rest carbon, or all carbon. He has not made a final decision yet. Soon he will make a decision and we will know what to do. If he chooses the original, I would like to paint it black, varnish it and then wrap the part in armor film. Because of the request of the client. Because the part will catch a lot of stones and it can damage it. A few more words about the installation of such extenders. You must have an AMG bumper. Some people bought those parts from me and asked me questions like, what kind of bumpers do you need, why do I have narrow steps? Now I will tell you everything. From the arches you realize that they are only suitable for AMG bumpers. The footboard, you can see that the arch extenders are very wide. And you just remove the footrest, push it to the level you need, install a spacer and new long bolts in the empty place. The only problem is only in the length. We will have to cut the footboard on both sides. If you will install it, you will understand. In the same way with this molding. It will have to be cut in front and behind, as it is very long and does not fit the arch extenders. As you can see, everything is very simple. Inside all the holes are occupied with fasteners for old arches. You take them out and screw in long bolts. On this side there is a washer, on the other not, and everything is perfectly installed.
Никаких проблем. Резиночка вставляется. Все прекрасно. Все легко и просто.
Guys, those extenders are a product of our company. We always try to make the product in parts reliable. For example, you can do this, and nothing will happen to him. We chose the same carbon width as the original. You know that I love the carbon in a style of squares, but here the fabric is a little different. Inside the part we plan to paint everything like the original, with the Raptor. I suspect that everyone wants to ask a question about the distance from the axle to the ground on those wheels and with those final drives. Let's measure. We got 31 cm from the gearbox to the ground, but we have an uneven floor, so there may be a difference of several millimeters. Let's go ahead. In front it turned out 31.5 cm, and I want to ask the owners of the original 4x4 squared to measure the distance. I am very interested in those difference between the original and our final drives. Write in the comments.
Очень интересно, вот чисто для себя знать, насколько бортовые редуктора от фирмы Litec, это то, что в оригинале стоит, да, выше от портальных редукторов Tibus. Пишите об этом в комментариях.
And now I have an idea to measure the distance in our 6x6. The wheels are almost the same, but the portal axles are from another company and they are a little higher. Let's measure. And now we will measure the distance on our Wagon 6x6. Portal axles from another company, let me remind you. And the wheels are 37 size. And we got 42.5. Tire pressure also matters, and the difference can be about 5 mm, in general a little higher there. And here is another yummy for our Wagon 4x4 squared. There are brabus style snorkels. Let's see how they look. Here he stands in his place, and what do you tell me? Whether he fits or not? It seems to me that with arches, mirrors, etc. it looks decent. Those are the only Wagon snorkels that I like. They are very easy to install and you don't have to change the factory air exchange system. The only thing you have to do is attach and seal it and everything will work perfectly. We'll install exactly the same snorkels, only made of reinforced fiberglass, on our off-road car. This is very cool thing. And here is our brabus style front sign. It was also made of chrome, but we fixed it and painted black matte. We bought it and started installing, and it turned out that it did not fit into our radiator grille. We had to cut a decent part of the fasteners in the grille, and we will have to make the fasteners ourselves. And all this whole chrome will have to be removed.
что есть, то есть, будем бороться. Ну что,
Well,
ребята, на этом
guys,
видос
now
я
the
буду
video
заканчивать.
is
В принципе,
ending. I
рассказал,
told you
показал,
and
что мы
showed
с
you
этим
everything
делим.
that we did with this
уже
giant plugin.
сделали.
I think that in the next episodes we will already go for a test drive. Maybe we will install a little bit more carbon fiber. Well, this will be the finish line. We have already made the series of videos about giant plugin 6x6 in dew yellow color, so watch it if you are interested. That's all. Be sure to write something in the comments, because YouTube loves it.
Потому что YouTube это любит.
Goodbye,
Пока.
guys.